The Angelic Messenger.
Blog Talk Radio.
The Angelic Messenger, Archangel Gabriel. We have a wonderful show for you tonight, full of information and wonderful help for you. If you are called to share your message with the world, Archangel Gabriel is your angel. Angel Heart Radio programs should not be used to replace your legal or medical advice. Welcome everyone to Angel Heart Radio. You are our focus. We want you to know that you matter in the world and that you're important to the world. We're here to remind you of just how valuable and needed you are right now. Help us to help others. If you like what you hear, tell your friends, post, tweet, pin, let everyone know how amazing Angel Heart Radio is. So again, welcome to Angel Heart Radio. Powered by love, Angel Heart Radio is sponsored by AngelLight777.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Archangel Series on Angel Heart Radio. This is Anayah Joy Holilly speaking. We've got Leesa frantically trying to get on in the background. We've got Ros with us though, so all of that is plain sailing. We have guests in the chat room. Welcome to you. Lovely to have you with us. We're going to speak to you about Archangel Gabriel tonight, and we've got beautiful information to assist you and maybe even help you to connect even more deeply with this wonderful Archangel. Hi there, Ros.
Hi, good morning or good afternoon to you.
Thank you. Yes, good evening. And we've just had our Mother's Day, haven't we?
Yes, well, you have in Australia and the States, but we're in March, actually. Our Mother's Day is in March. So, yeah, it's slightly different, but I was thinking of you all. Yeah.
Well, happy Mother's Day to everyone who is celebrating it today. It's a special time, actually, to be having Archangel Gabriel, because one of the things she does so beautifully, Ros, isn't it, is to assist us with everything to do with parenting, fertility, conception, adoption, etc.
Absolutely, yes, a wonderful mummy angel.
I love that, a wonderful mummy angel. It's beautiful. Okay, so I'd like to hand it over to you, Ros, and let you lead the show in tonight so that you can start us off by introducing us to Archangel Gabriel.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Archangel Gabriel is the angel that I know affectionately as the champagne angel as well as the mummy angel. And the reason for that is because when she comes through, and she's a very female energy to me, when she comes through, she brings a little fizz into my nose. And she has this amazing effervescent golden light, which to me is like vintage champagne. She brings you an energy of upliftment and positivity and excitement. So Angel Gabriel is Archangel Michael's second in command. So she's a really high-ranking archangel. And she's with us to help us to be clear. For me, she's the angel of clarity and also the angel of empowerment. So Archangel Gabriel helps you to be clear, and specifically in my journey with Gabriel, clear about my needs, clear and empowered to identify what's important to me and to have it become real. And I've been on an amazing journey with Gabriel throughout my life of self-belief. She helps you to believe in yourself. She helps you to increase your self-confidence and your self-belief so that you can really have the life that you want to have. You can think in expanded and exciting and thrilling terms about the way that you want to experience your life. Acknowledge your needs and then see them become real. So I have a real affection, a real strong bond, and a wonderful relationship with Archangel Gabriel, the mummy angel, the champagne angel. How about you, Anayah?
Well, look, Archangel Gabriel is actually one of my guardian angels. And sometimes we think about a guardian angel and we think about an archangel and we think they're mutually exclusive, and that's not the case. So for everyone listening, if you have a sense just right now, just call out and ask Archangel Gabriel, call out through your heart, are you with me as a guardian angel? You will know. You'll get a yes or maybe you'll get a no, or maybe it'll be a different feeling. For me, it's a definite resounding yes. She works with those of us who have a passion, a purpose to bring messages to the world through written or through voice. And I call myself a voice for the angels because that's what I do. I speak on behalf of the angels to help people to connect and hear their messages and know how wonderful and accessible and amazing and generous and powerful and gentle they are. So Archangel Gabriel for me is very, very it's like having a very dear friend by my side all the time, Ros, actually, because you know her energy, as you've just said, she's really powerful, but she's also very, very nurturing. She's got the gentleness as well comes through very powerfully for me. So having her with me is a very wonderful experience, and I feel that being able to share her tonight, excuse me, on a night when my throat is a bit croaky, actually, is an interesting thing, because what is it that I'm not speaking out about, or what is it that maybe I'm, not saying, or what is it that, because I don't think we get a croaky throat just because we've got a croaky throat. I think we have a croaky throat because there's something in addition going on underneath, and it's manifesting as a croaky throat. What do you think, Ros?
Yeah, I definitely think that your physical body is an indicator as to what's going on inside, and it's a really good clue. If you have a particular ailment in a particular part of your body, then certainly the throat is a big one. It's like, what am I not saying? What am I not expressing? What am I suppressing? Absolutely, yeah, I understand. I know what you're saying there.
Yeah, our communication channel. And when our communication channel doesn't feel as clear and as sharp and as when we're not tapping into it as much as we normally might, instead of going down the path of thinking, what am I doing wrong, far more powerful, far more productive to simply ask ourselves, as I'm asking myself, what is it about my communication at the moment? Bearing in mind, everyone, too, we are in Mercury retrograde. What is it about my communication that perhaps I'm not getting, perhaps I'm not sharing, perhaps I'm not noticing yet? So Archangel Gabriel is amazing for communication as one of her very main, for me, roles in my life, Ros.
Yeah, fantastic. And I think that this whole energy of Archangel Gabriel being brought into your life helps you to become aware of what is important to you, helps you to listen to your needs. And that's something I think that takes a back burner in most people's lives. They're going through the motions of doing what comes up. But the angels teach you that once you acknowledge what's important to you, once you're brave and you start to become clear about your own needs, and then you honour them, then the universe can manifest it. It's a simple, straight up, this is important to me, this is the way that I wish to feel, and then you activate that amazing universal voice, which we've talked about before, and the universe manifests it. But it's something, interestingly, that we choose to ignore very often. It's not convenient to listen to what's important, what your highest priorities are, what you value, what your needs are. We're conditioned, I think, on Earth to believe that those things are less of a priority, when in actual fact all of my work with the angels has indicated to me, proven to me, given me evidence that they are the most important things and the things that you've come here to express in life. So absolutely understand. I get completely what you're saying, Anayah.
And I love that key word you've just used for me, Ros, evidence. See, when we're talking about working with the angels, we're not simply saying that we have a deep faith. We do, but we're not simply saying that, are we, Ros? I certainly require evidence. When I started working with the angels, I said, right, I know you're there, I know you love me, but I want evidence. I want evidence that I understand, that I will get, that is 100% from you, that shows me in a way that I can't misunderstand it in any way. And it was good to get so clear with my communication with the angels, because then, of course, the evidence started rolling in ways that was very, very clear for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And the evidence is interesting because we are human beings, and we do require on a level for what we believe and what we wish were so to be proven to us, because we are ego-orientated. No matter how far away we move from that in this lifetime, there is still an aspect of us that is ego-orientated and human, and that's part of our experience. But the evidence comes by working in tandem with the angels. Like you say, Anayah, it's like, I want this to be something that I can feel and have surety about, but there's a vital step that you need to make to work with the angels in order to allow them and the universe to demonstrate to you what you hope, what you want to be so. So there is a definite element of you working together. It's a foundation of you working with the angels together and doing things that frighten you a little bit, that take you out of your comfort zone, that put you into a position where actually you're open in a way that people fear may demonstrate makes them wrong. And there's this constant kind of conflict that goes on. They want evidence, but they're frightened to take the steps which will put them into a position where the angels can provide them with that evidence. And you see, the evidence is something which gives you more confidence and more faith and more ability to work with them. So it's not a passive asking for evidence, is it? It's, I'm ready to do this with you. I'm ready to take the steps. Let's do this together. And the proof, the evidence, the real concrete validations that you receive enable you to immerse yourself even more deeply.
And moving out of our comfort zones is very important, because if we constantly stay within our comfort zone, we don't expand, we don't grow, we don't stretch. And while this can be extremely uncomfortable to do, for me, Ros, you know, way back when, it was when I began to not vet who I was going to say, I work with the angels. When people say, what do you do, Anayah? I decided I wasn't going to tell you but not you, because you didn't look like you would be interested. I decided I was going to move out of my comfort zone. I was going to embrace my work with the angels, and I was going to be a voice for them and say, oh, I work with the angels, or I work with the angelic realms. And it's amazing how many people say, oh, I'm so interested in that. I've never had anybody say to me, what a load of rubbish, ever, ever, ever. And isn't it wonderful? Then it makes me aware, Ros, that I can now move with much more grace and ease to do what I have been called here to do, what I've signed up to do. And that is a very powerful experience. And it's also a very gratifying experience to be able to share what I love so much with anyone who wants to hear about it. Now, we've got Leesa on the line. Let's see if we can hear her clearly. Hi, Leesa. We've got you.
Hello. Sorry, it's raining here in Timaru in New Zealand, and it's I'm having terrible audio problems, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you're breaking up. You are breaking up, which is really, really unfortunate, Leesa. Let's just go for a couple of minutes and see how we go, because if you're breaking up, then, you know, there's sort of no point, is there? You with us?
Hello?
Leesa?
I'm sorry, I'm having extreme difficulty.
Yeah, okay, all right. We can see right now that it's not going to happen. So, Leesa, I'm so sorry you can't join us tonight, and thank you so much for trying so hard, because I know you've been rebooting and doing all sorts of things. Everyone, Leesa's website, feathersofangel.com. Please pay her a visit and get to know her and reach out to her either there or on Facebook. Ros, God is my strength. This is Archangel Gabriel, isn't it? God is my strength. What an incredible thing to really tap into.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting that you mentioned God, because Archangel Gabriel has many connections with religion. You know, I mean, on this show we're very inclusive, and it's about the angels being in your life in whatever way feels good and right to you. But Archangel Gabriel has always filled me with such joy, because her energy is part of so many religions. You know, she appears in so many different religious texts. And I think that that's very much a part of her saying, come on, we're all part of the same thing here. We can all come together. There's a unity. There's a kind of differentiation that Archangel Gabriel brings into her connection with us, and I love that about Gabriel. This is for everybody. She represents and symbolises everything that the angels are about. So it's interesting, isn't it, that she appears in different religious texts.
It certainly is, and in fact, I believe that she is the only angel/archangel, but the only angel ever recorded or written down in holy books to have had conversations and encounters with human beings in the physical way. So we can see here that Gabrielle is very connected to us, and maybe that's one of the reasons why she works through us as parents as well. So if we're wanting to conceive a child, if we're wanting help, with being a parent of children, and in fact all matters of our physical fertility, this is the angel for you to call on. And it's so easy, Ros, isn't it? Let's just say someone has been trying to conceive a child and they don't know what to do, and it is a very stressful thing for people who want to have children and seem to be unable. Yeah, I mean, we're lucky. We've got beautiful children, and we're extremely fortunate. So how would you say to someone, okay, this is how you could call on Archangel Gabriel to help you with that?
Right, okay. Well, it's interesting because this is something I talk about quite a lot. People will talk about invocations, okay? Now, an invocation is a special prayer, is some special words that you can use to connect with archangels and angels. Invocation is calling a divine energy to be with you. And that's powerful. And that's powerful because it helps you to connect with that angel. But if you want an angel to be with you, all you need to do is say, Archangel Gabriel, be with me now, and they will. So an invocation is something that's beautiful because it helps you to strengthen your connection with the angelic realm, not the angelic realm's connection with you. You call them to be with you and they are with you. You can't say it wrong. You can't miss out words. Just your intention and your expectation to connect with the angelic realm is something that will see it happen. So with Archangel Gabriel and with all of the archangels, something that I talk to people about because words can be a barrier. I do have invocations and they are things that I use certainly through my courses. But in terms of, let's start from the beginning here. I want help. And I want to reach out, and I want to know that I've done it, and I want to do it in a way that feels good to me, and in a way that fits in with my life, and in a way that I can do however I'm feeling, is go into your heart center and allow yourself to feel love, and spend a moment sending out all the feelings that you want more of in your life. This is something I do when I help people to create symbols to represent their life purpose, symbols to represent success, symbols to represent what it will feel like, for example, to be a parent. So laying in bed as you fall asleep and laying in bed as you wake up, literally 5 seconds is all you need. Laying in bed, going into your heart center and going to love, going to that place which feels loving and gentle and warm and positive. And from that feeling in your heart center, saying, Archangel Gabriel, help me to experience this in my life. And once you get into the detail, if there are specific feelings that you want to incorporate into that, then that is something that you can communicate with Archangel Gabriel through. I do have a little invocation if you'd like me to share that with you. Anayah, is this a good time or do you want me to save that for later?
I think that would be awesome, Ros.
Oh, okay. So the angels want to communicate with you in whatever way feels good to you and in whatever way fits into your life. Because it's wonderful to have intention to meditate for half an hour a day. It's an incredible, exciting feeling to listen to angelic invocations or visualizations. But there are occasions when you can't do that. And arguably, those are the times when you need to do it the most. But this invocation is something which will bring you into an energy which will help you to feel Gabriel, not the other way around. That's very important. You say, Gabriel, please be with me now. And she comes. This is the invocation I'd like to share with you. So going into your heart center we're going to call Archangel Gabriel to be with us all. This is a group experience. The angels have the ability to be with each of us simultaneously. So let's all of us enjoy this group connection with Archangel Gabriel. Closing your eyes and into your heart center. And give yourself permission for this amazingly light-filled, loving, positive experience with Archangel Gabriel. It's your intention and your expectation to connect with Archangel Gabriel, which allows your channel of angelic communication to become open. So intend to connect with her. And now simply call Archangel Gabriel to be with you. And feel yourself becoming lighter and closer to love as Archangel Gabriel's energy moves towards you. And greet her with your open heart. Greet her as you would a dear friend, somebody who comes to be with you and support you unconditionally. Feel how safe and secure and how loving that beautiful golden aura is. And ask Archangel Gabriel to completely surround you with that beautiful golden light. And ask her to direct it to the parts of you, that wonderful golden light of empowerment and clarity, that wonderful energy that she offers to you of parenting, wonderful relationship-enhancing energy. Ask her to surround you with that energy now. And breathe in her golden light. And ask Angel Gabriel specifically to direct that light, that energy, to the parts of you that need it the most, that are asking for clarity. Good. Feel a really special, loving bond established with Archangel Gabriel. And ask Archangel Gabriel now, through your feelings, to help you to recognize her energy every time she's near you. And so it is.
And so it is.
So there is an invocation which is very wordy. The words are the energy which gives you the time as a human being to enjoy the experience, for your heart to become open, to deepen your connection with the angelic realm, not the other way around. The angels are with you as they are with me. But for you to feel them and experience them is the heart-opening, joyful journey of connection with angels. And I think that's a point which I cannot get across enough or more lovingly or more insistently. The angels are with all of us equally. It's to be open to developing a relationship with them, which is about trust, which is about opening your heart, which is about having faith in what you believe and in what you feel, and that's where the evidence comes in. Can you relate to that? Is that your experience, Anayah?
Absolutely, and this is one of the things I'm so passionate about on Angel Heart Radio, and in fact it's Leesa's slogan. Leesa's slogan on her website is, hello, I'm Leesa Ellis. I talk to angels, and you can too. And this is one of the things that because Leesa and I also do another program, the Angel Life Hour, and on angelheartradio.com, and this is something that I'm so excited about and passionate about, Ros, because the barrier that exists between people and communicating with their angels and the angels and working with the angelic realms and their teams is simply a mental one. We think, oh, look, Anayah can do it or Ros can do it, but I can't. Or they can do it better than me. Or, people write to me all the time and ask me if I can ask the angels to work on their behalf. And while I'm always glad to add my prayers, the first thing I say to people is, you can do this. The angels already know. They're already there. You've got free will. Just exercise it and invite them in. Ask them for what you need. If you're not sure what it is you need, which does happen sometimes, it's simply a matter of saying, angels, please help me. I don't know what I need, but I want for my highest good. I want to have help for my highest good. Please help me now. And that's it. It's so simple.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Gabriel's fantastic, and that's a great question to be asking. Archangel Gabriel, empower me by helping me to listen to my needs. It's listening to needs. You don't know what you need. You know how you wish to feel because you're motivated by a feeling that you don't want in your life. And that motivation of challenge, that motivation of a block or a barrier or what you perceive it to be, can actually be a powerful transformational energy. When something's challenging, when something's difficult, it motivates us and propels us to do things that kind of just things being tolerable and okay and acceptable would not motivate us to do. So Archangel Gabriel, I ask you to empower me by helping me to listen to my needs. You know what's inside of you. Unlocking that, listening to that is empowerment, and it is manifesting in a way which is unique to you, which is what you came here to do. So it's Archangel Gabriel, be with me, empower me to listen to my needs. And also, I think something I talk to people about a lot is baby steps. And I used to really dismiss that. Baby steps was like the worst thing you could tell an Aries. I'm an Aries, and I'm very action-orientated, and I'm very driven, and I like to do things, and I like to do things big, and I like to take big steps. And taking baby steps is something that I was guided to do, and it really, in certain areas, I found it, I was very dismissive of that guidance, and I feel slightly embarrassed when I say things like that, but it's true. I've had guidance through in the past, and I've been like, really? That's not very exciting, is it? Or that's not big enough? But honestly, I have. But the thing is,
it's true. We all have, Ros. We all have.
And you can't jump from feeling and not knowing what you want and being in that state of understanding that you experience an awful lot of things that you don't want. But you can't jump from, I don't know what I want, to I have complete crystal clear clarity about every single aspect and category of my life. Right? You can't. And you don't need to. The important thing to do is to take a baby step, and that's why working with the universal voice is so powerful. It's something that I've talked about, that Archangel Uriel communicated to me some years ago. Be clear about how you wish to feel, and don't expect to know that from the outset. Just reach for an improvement of feeling. Go out into the garden, make yourself something delicious to eat. Go to bed, read a book, listen to some music. And something that I like to wrap up in this is the real life guidance that I help people to experience is infusing things that you do every single day that are just kind of run-of-the-mill things with a particular kind of energy. I said in the last show, didn't I, about putting face cream on and putting love on my face. So every morning I put face cream on my face, and every morning that face cream is filled with an energy of love. So do things which just marginally lift you out of an uncomfortable feeling. Look, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my desk, I'm looking at a beautiful rose quartz crystal, I'm looking at all the colours. We don't see these things. We just kind of look through the beauty of things in our lives. And that's the step. That's the step to activating a universal law, which I absolutely love, called the law of increase. The law of increase says, whatever you give your attention to will flourish and grow. And if you can find a tiny component part of something that you want more of in your life, that's the way to get the cogs of manifesting working in that direction. Said a lot there, haven't I? You can tell I'm quite passionate.
we've got a lot to say. So listen, this is a great point. You're leading me straight into the fact that Archangel Gabriel she's an action angel. She is so geared towards helping us take those action steps. Because when we want something to happen in our lives, or when we want to experience something or create something or share something, say we're writing a book or we're writing a song or a poem, or maybe we're an advocate, maybe we want to advocate for someone. Well, this is the angel for you, because her leadership qualities will help us move through. As Ros said in the beginning of the show, she's very connected with Archangel Michael. So she will help you. She will lead you and guide you and give you a boost and a push as well. Because sometimes we do need a push. We can have a lot of ideas. We can have a lot of hopes and dreams and, really wanting to experience certain things. But life gets in the way. We've got jobs and we've got families and we've got to go to the shop and the car's got to go in for a service, and none of these things need to actually take us away from working with the angels. So when I'm taking my car anywhere, I call the angels straight away and I thank them for their loving protection surrounding my car, myself, and everyone and everything around it. So this is a little something I can do. A little prayer I can offer, an invocation. It's just a group of words, as Ros said, to bring that energy to bear in my life, and then on top of that, to just extend it to those around me, so that anyone willing to accept that energy, even though they don't know that I've requested it, on a human level, on a soul level, of course they do. So we can have this leadership through Archangel Gabriel, and on top of that, we can borrow that energy for ourselves if we're not quite sure how to move forward. Do you ever find that, Ros? Do you ever think, I'm not quite sure how to go forward here? I'm going to call the angels and I'm going to ask them to give me on loan some of their energy to boost mine up until I know what I want to do and how I want to proceed?
Yes, I do, and absolutely I do ask the angels for guidance, much more than I ever used to. I mean, my journey with the angels was one of me thinking that I knew what to do and wanting the angels to agree when I was younger. But it didn't always work out like that. But as I've grown older and as I've gained experience, I will ask the angels, yeah. And also, I'll wait, right? Now, this is interesting because sometimes people use waiting. It depends what your character's like. You've got to be honest about the kind of person you are. Some people will wait and procrastinate and drag their heels and find excuses and wait for perfection and be tied up with minor details which kind of paralyze them in stagnancy. They don't move. I'm the reverse of that. I'm like, and that's quite a destructive path of inactivity, lack of evidence gathering that we talked about previously. My normal thing is, right, I want to do something, to do it now. And I've learned over the years through experience that just because you've decided you're going to do it at that moment in time, just because it's in your diary, for example, like I found this with visualizations, with writing courses, with all different kinds of things. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. And if the angels are not providing me with clarity or with the impetus to take steps immediately, I'll wait. So you've got to be honest about the kind of person you are. Are you somebody who's quite rash and undermines their success by doing things just because they said they'd do it and they don't actually trust themselves to have the motivation or the application or the focus to come back and do it properly when the time is right? Or are you somebody who just kind of goes, oh yeah, who talks a lot and doesn't actually do anything and achieve things, who sits there and finds excuses? I've met lots of people like that in my life. People, got great ideas, got loads of things I want to do, and it's nothing. They're not confident. It's that different kind of confidence and that different kind of undermining your own success, and we all do it, and it's being aware of what those undermining of success traits are that you have. And that's interesting. I just want to tie that into Archangel Gabriel again, because when I do guardian angel readings for people, the colours of the guardian angels bands have very unique significance to a person's experience here on Earth. And one of the bands, which is really quite a rare band, is a golden band that you will find in a guardian angel's aura. And that golden band It's a band of success. And when you see that golden band, it's about somebody who has come here to experience a remarkable degree and level of success. But it's whether or not they activate that. We all have opportunity to succeed and to define success in terms which make us completely happy. But that golden light and Archangel Gabriel and that golden light of success, and actually I'll share something very personal with you. I have a symbol which I use, which incorporates all of the energy of what success means to me. And that was something that I took a tremendous amount of time and experiences and openness to really acknowledging how I feel. And Gabriel helped me to do this, which is an energy which bypasses my logical mind. It's an energy which is the energy of success, and it incorporates lots of different things. But it doesn't require me to meticulously remember the details of what success means, but it guides me. And that is a golden heart. And that is Gabriel, and that is success, and that is an energy to me which is instantly recognizable and provides me with an opportunity to get clear as to whether or not an opportunity I'm presented holds that energy. So that's a bit of a long-winded answer to your question, but yes, success, golden light, becoming clear, listening to the way that I feel, not acting immediately, but taking time. And that's a trust thing for me, because I do something, I think I've got to do it now, because otherwise, I'm not going to have time because I've got 2 kids and I've got main responsibility for those, or I'm going to do it now because I didn't trust myself that I'd come back and do it again. Can you relate to that, or is that just a Ros thing?
Oh, no, absolutely. And there's another part of this equation for me, Ros, as well. And sometimes my mind will push me. I said I'm going to do it, and so I have to do it right now. It mightn't feel
it's not right.
No,
Yeah.
but my mind wants to push and say, come on, you said you were going to do it. You've told everyone you're going to do it. It's stepping back and allowing the divinity of timing. See, my divine nature, like yours and everybody else's, has its own beautiful connection to the divinity of timing, divine timing. And when we're prepared and when we allow and when we step back and allow the timing aspect to unfold, things will come about in a really natural, easy flow. Now, say we go ahead and push through and do it anyway. It's not that we're going to miss opportunities, because everything is an opportunity for growth and development. Everything is an opportunity for courage, isn't it? Everything is an opportunity for more love. Every single thing. But I have noticed in my life that when I allow that divinity to flow through me and just ebb through my energy field, there is a certain grace and a certain flow that I cannot ever feel, experience, or achieve through pushing. The pushing is my human part. It's my mind part. It's my mind. It's that 3D energy, Ros. And having the grace and allowing myself to really connect and have a beautiful softness about myself, an energy of openness as opposed to an energy of doing or pushing. It is a completely different experience for me. And when I look back at my life, the moments where I feel like I've been like a beautiful, graceful butterfly just floating on these beautiful currents, or a cherry blossom wafting through the air, they're the times when I can see I was allowing instead of pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's maximising your chances of success, and it's understanding that you can be actively ready for success, or you can be actively committed to improving your life in many different ways. And it's a feeling rather than a physical doing very often. And I'll bring you into your book, actually, that you mentioned before we came on air. It's the difference for me between a forceful energy, which is your mind saying, come on, you said you were going to do this, you're doing it now, this is your opportunity, get it done, move on to the next thing, you'll never come back to it, and all of that nonsense that goes on, which is, you're not committed to this, you're not taking this seriously. Because of my experience at school, I messed around at school, and for a long time I had to unpick what that voice was actually telling me. It's like, I'm being really responsible and I'm doing what I said I'm going to do, but it's not the timing, as you've mentioned. So it's that force energy that comes from us that makes us do things that doesn't have the complete energy of success and positive outcome about it, versus the power of divine timing and acknowledging the way that you feel and having intention and wanting to be the best that you can be and do the best that you can do at the right time. And I mentioned power because we were talking about that right at the beginning of the show before we came on air. You were explaining about your book, which is all about power, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a book I've ordered from the library, everyone. Rhonda Byrne's, I think it's called The Power, and Leesa was telling me about it, and it sounds fantastic, so I thought, right, I'm going to order that, which I did. And I got a call from the library, and they said, hello, is this Rhonda Byrne? They were calling me. Instead of asking, was it Anayah, they asked if it was Rhonda Byrne. And she said, oh, sorry, I meant to say. And I said, no, because, see, you're my messenger tonight. You're helping me to see something in my life, and I didn't go into detail with her, but I'm being shown that this is an important book for me. This is going to be useful and valuable and wonderful for me, and that little slip was exactly the angel stepping in and showing me how important it is for me.
And also, Anayah, telling you that it's an important book for you, but telling you again, Anayah, that you yourself are an author.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a big message.
It is a huge message, and it really struck, I really got that actually, and it really struck a chord in me, and I could see that Rhonda Byrne certainly didn't ever have a book in the library for me to go and borrow without publishing it. Without taking the action steps to publish it. So I guess if anyone out there is a writer, or maybe you're a singer, maybe you're an actor, anything, any kind of activity or desire or any job that you have that is connected to communication, this is the archangel for you. Gabriel is your archangel. It's what she specialises in. Now, both Ros and I are saying she tonight, and I'll tell you why I say she. Ros said she's a very feminine angel for her, and she is for me too. But it was a very interesting topic that was raised with in the Certified Angel Intuitive course I did in 2003, and Doreen was saying that she'd done a lot of research into this, and she did mention the year, but I can't remember it. But ancient paintings always depicted Gabriel with breasts and as a woman.
Wow.
Yes, exactly. Wow. Now, for various reasons, the paintings were changed to depict a male energy. Because as we know, throughout the course of history, I'm trying to be careful about what I say here, but throughout the course of history, there have been some bodies, some people, in powerful people, who really didn't want to have women seen as powerful figures. We all know this anyway, and it's not about, poor us. No, it's about what actually happened. So, looking at this amazing archangel and having that opportunity to connect in a way that helps you to really understand, and it's not like an archangel or an angel is a male or a female, but there is an energy flow there. There is a particular type of energy. When we talk about Michael, we know we're talking about a strong masculine energy. With Archangel Gabriel, it is the feminine aspect for me, and that is just a very interesting little tidbit about the history of the way she's been depicted over many hundreds of years. Okay, so we've spoken about her leadership. I guess the next thing I'd like to mention is her divine feminine strength. When we're looking at the divine feminine, this is important for the men on the planet, as well as the women, isn't it, Ros? We need to all have a balance of energy that we're working with. We are male energy and we are female energy. And it's about embracing both, having that balance, and working within our strengths. You with me?
Yes, absolutely. I was just listening intently to what you were saying. Yes, I absolutely. Yeah, it is about balance. Everything is about balance and our male and female energies. And I find it really interesting, actually, about the different energies, because we do personify the angels, but it's to make them relatable. You know, it's about really being able to connect with angels in a way which we can understand and make sense to us. So male and female energies are very important in order that we can just simply refer to angels as he or she. It doesn't feel right to refer to angels as it, does it? So it's this energy which helps us to relate to them in a way which is personal and unique. While we're talking about female energy, may I give a quick shout out, Anayah?
Please
It's a very
do.
cool, the lovely lady that I have, Shaznay. She's listening in at the moment. She just said that she's really listening in and sent lots of love hearts and stuff. She's a wonderful female energy and messenger for women. Shaznay Spence, hello there. Lovely to have you on the show. Thank you for joining us this morning. So this
We've been chatting in the chat room. She's right there in the chat room right now.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't see that. That's fantastic. She's lovely. She's great. She's got great energy. She's really wanting to make a positive impact in the world. Lovely lady.
Oh, wonderful. Come join us on Facebook, Shaznay, and if you've got a page that you'd like to share with people, please feel very, very, very welcome to post the link for that on our Angel Heart Radio Facebook page. This is the other thing about Angel Heart Radio that I'm passionate about. It's about bringing us all together and sharing what is inspiring. And the mere fact that you've said, hey, this is an inspiring energy, I automatically want to be able to say, I want to connect with that energy as well. And it's wonderful to have these opportunities. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant to reach out and connect and share opportunities. And that's a great word, opportunity. Just think about that word. What does it mean? It might mean something to me. It might mean something completely different to a million other people. But it's the same word. It's the same opportunity to whatever. Connect, share, love, lend courage, whatever it is. I think it's just such a gift, this word, this opportunity to share.
Yeah, I like the word opportunity. Another word I like, which is quite linked in with it, is choose. That's another one of my favourite words. Everything is, like you say, Anayah, an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to develop. And when you walk through life with that perspective, that what we may interpret as a problem or a barrier or an obstacle or an obstruction or a problem or an issue, it is an opportunity. And I walk through life with the faith and the knowing and now the evidence that the whole universe and all of the angels is on our side. The whole universe is on my side. Everything that happens is to help me. And once you walk through life in that way, your vibration, your energy, your universal voice is attuned and aligned with everything that you want to experience. And it allows the universe to bring it to you.
It does. And the other great thing for me with that in mind as well is when I'm walking through the world, when I'm living my life, when I'm whatever, and maybe I do something that I look back and think, I wish I hadn't have done that. I don't think that was my finest hour. Maybe I've said something or done something that in retrospect I think, no. Again, that's an opportunity not to judge myself and not to be critical. That's an opportunity to say, okay, Anayah, well, maybe you didn't feel that was your finest hour, but that's okay because that now is actually working on your behalf to help you to lift your game, to lift your own vibration for next time.
Absolutely.
So, whereas, once upon a time, I would have just been the hardest person. I mean, I was so hard on myself, Ros. I cannot begin to tell you. I counted everything that I thought that was wrong about myself or what I'd done wrong. And looking back, what an opportunity that's been because, hey, I've learnt what that feels like and I've also learnt it's not permanent. We can change our minds in any given moment if we so choose. It's all up to us.
Absolutely. And self-forgiveness, I think, is what you're talking about in part there, is been something that's been a real theme and a real transformer for me in my life. You know, I can think of a number of not my finest hours, and very often my fuse is short with my children. That's when I look back and think that was not my finest hour. We had a not my finest hour down on the seafront a couple of weekends ago, when you get to walk down to the seafront where we live, and there's a lovely like walkway where you can walk right or walk left. You walk right and you go down towards a place called Kingsdown. It's really rural, it's real kind of off the beaten track, and you go left and you walk into the centre of Deal, which is the town where we live. And we got to the seafront and we couldn't agree what direction to go. My youngest wanted to go left or right, left, and the rest of us wanted to go right. And I got so cross. I was really cross. But talking about forgiveness, so it's like, right, okay, I'm gonna step on from that. I'm going to step on from that situation. It happened. Me and Manny talked about it, because I got very cross with Manny, and we talked it through, and, you know, we both expressed the way that we felt, and we just kind of locked horns, really, and it was quite a ridiculous situation. But stepping on and forgiving yourself doesn't give me what I feared it would give me, which was the permission to continue to make mistakes or to behave in a way which wasn't positive. It means that you step into a vibration, into an energy that you want more of, which in that case is being a calm, more loving parent.
And you know what, on top of that, but how cool is this, Ros? On top of all of that, you've then been able to go to Manny and say, okay, you know, this is not Mummy's finest hour, or whatever words, doesn't matter. So, you know what I mean? We then become accountable. We show our children personal accountability when we go to our child or our spouse or our boss or our neighbour or whoever it is, and I actually did this the other day. I've recently connected with someone. We've only got a couple of minutes, so I'll be quick. I recently connected with someone who I haven't seen for about 15 years, more actually, and once I reconnected with her, I had a flashback, and I realised I'd been really judgmental and really hard on this lady and very pushy, and while I called it honest at the time. And it was great to be able to say, as an amends, I would like to say, I realised that I was hard on you and I was pushy, and I, at the time, thought I was being honest. And I'd just like to say, without guilt, but with complete authenticity and with gratitude to you, that I apologise. I can now see I was actually being pushy and I was being hard on you. And she said, well, thank you very much. We can just move on from that. Thank you.
Oh,
how's that?
That's amazing.
So,
amazing.
That's a wonderful thing, and so it is a wonderful thing. So, listen, everyone, if you yelled at the cat or, you know, the children or whatever, cut yourself some slack. You know what? You're going to yell at them again another day as well. But be accountable, be authentic, give yourself a break, love yourself, and you will teach your child or the cat or whoever else it is that it's okay and we can love ourselves anyway.
And forgive ourselves and move into the relationship that we want to have. Move on from these situations and not be afraid that you're going to be held there. I was terrified it was going to give me permission, if I forgave myself, to repeat bad behaviour, but it does the reverse, in my experience. And we had a lovely time after that.
Ros Place, you are an absolute gem, and I would recommend everyone, I'm talking about the entire planet, well, maybe not at the same time because it might crash it. Go to angelswithros.com. Connect with Ros, and she's on Facebook, Google Ros Place, Place. You'll be very happy that you did. Thank you so much, Ros.
Oh, thank you, Anayah. Great pleasure, as always. I love being with you.
Thank you. I love it too. We've got Archangel Jeremiah next time, in 2 weeks' time, so that's going to be exciting to share that information as well. So thanks again, and I am so looking forward to the next time that we get to spend some time together. Oh, hey, before you go, I don't know whether I've really mentioned this. We are syndicating United Intentions Radio every week on angelheartradio.com. So in Australia, it's Thursday. In the USA and other places, it's Friday. Stop by and have a listen to Tim Ray. He's so interesting. He's so fun. He can take the most serious topic and give it a bit of a laid-back flair, which I think is quite a talent, actually. And I'm going to be speaking with him on Angel Heart Radio this coming Friday in Australia, which will be Thursday. I think I've got that right, in the USA. It's definitely Friday in Australia. So that's exciting, Ros, to have some really wonderful quality programming being syndicated on angelheartradio.com.
Absolutely fantastic. Well done. A great relationship. Really going to be helpful to so many people. That wonderful. Great energy.
Absolutely. Well, you go out into the world, as I know you will. Have a wonderful day.
Oh,
and
thank you. You
if
too.
it's not completely wonderful, I know you'll forgive yourself.
I certainly will. Got lots of angel things planned today, so it's going to be a fantastic day. The boys are at school, and yes, the sun is shining, and I wish everybody a wonderful day, including you, Anayah, special lady.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Ros. Love you.
See you in a couple of weeks.
See you then. Bye. So, everyone, Ros does offer readings, and, you know, she works with people all over the world, so go check her out. My website is angellight777.com, and I would also like to invite you to visit me there. When the angels first asked me to build this website in 2007, they specifically asked me to build it as a place to share their guidance with people at no cost. It's not that I've got an issue charging for my work. I don't. I love earning money. However, this is something they've asked me to do, and I do it with great love. So guidance goes up there several times a week, and there's also pages and pages of past guidance. So go and have a look and see what the angels have got to say to you on angellight777.com. As I said, we've got Archangel Gabriel. No, we didn't. That's this week. We've got Jeremiah coming up, and this coming Saturday in Australia, which will be Friday elsewhere, we have the children's angel lady and angel intuitive coming on, Michelle Bieber. So come and check us out. I'll put the link up on our Facebook page for you so you can come and join us there. And I'm so excited about this because helping people to understand and plug into how to share the angels with their children, wow, it's such a beautiful thing to be able to share with other people. We have shows. We've still got Shaznay in the chat room. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful to have your company. And as I leave you all this evening, I want to remind you that you are valuable, that you are important, that you are wonderful and amazing, even when you're cranky. Even when you don't feel like you're living your best day. Give yourself a break and just reach out to the angels and ask them to show you in a way that you will totally get that they are with you and that they are helping you and supporting you. It'll change your life. It will change your life. Please join us on Facebook. Until we meet again, this is Anayah Joy Holilly, joyful voice for the angels, saying good night to you from Brisbane, Australia, and thank you. You've been listening to another fabulous program on Angel Heart Radio. Our goal is to remind you of how much you matter in the world and to let you know that we appreciate who you are in the world. You can check out who's on, when we're on, and who our guests are at angelheartradio.com. Everything is there. It's all just one click away. Angel Heart Radio programs are powerful tools to help you in your life and your life experience. They are not intended, nor should they, be used to replace your medical or legal advice.